The Black Dahlia, Prince Henry, and the Battle of Britain are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is September 15th, 2022. It is the 258th day of the year. We got 107 days left. It is the 37th Thursday in the 37th week and the 87th day of summer. You got 7 days until fall. That's a lot of sevens. Today is National Felt Hat Day. On September 15th, tip your hat to National Felt Hat Day. The observance recognizes a stylish head protection worn throughout history. Historically, men and women have worn hats as protection and a status symbol. Throughout history, this is the time of the year when people traded in their cooler straw hats for a warmer felt hat. Yeah, I've never been a hat guy. I don't like them at all. Maybe a baseball hat. That's about it. I've actually can't stand it when fashion, like women's fashion especially, they go through these phases where women are wearing hats all the time and they're all the same hats. And I just look at them, I'm all, you don't need it. It looks ridiculous. That's just me though. I know some people really enjoy their hats, but that's what's great about human beings. We all have different tastes and we all see things differently. Me? I just think hats are weird. But hey, if you're a hat wearer, go get yourself a felt hat. Today's your day. All right, let's see what else September 15th has given us. 1789, the United States Department of Foreign Affairs is renamed the Department of State and given a variety of domestic duties. Most people refer to it as the State Department. It's actually the Department of State. 1862, the American Civil War. Confederate forces capture Harper's Ferry, Virginia, present-day Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Beautiful town. Very historic town. It's where the Potomac and the Shenandoah rivers meet, and it's just beautiful. 1916, World War I. Tanks are used for the first time in battle at the Battle of Somme, near the Somme River. 1940, World War II. The climax of the Battle of Britain happens when the Luftwaffe launches its largest and most concentrated attack of the entire campaign. It didn't go well for him. 1945, a hurricane strikes southern Florida and the Bahamas, destroying 366 airplanes and 25 blimps at the Naval Air Station Richmond. 1978, Muhammad Ali outpoints Leon Spinks in a rematch to become the first boxer to win the world heavyweight title 3 times at the Superdome in New Orleans. This would be his final victory. Now, Leon Spinks is an interesting character, and the whole drama that went around the Muhammad Ali fights is kind of interesting. First of all, you had 2 different people fight in this fight. You had the fast-talking, intelligent-sounding Muhammad Ali. Leon Spinks, not so much. He didn't talk nearly as eloquent or as fast as Muhammad Ali. He's from St. Louis, but he had this like country thing to him. Muhammad Ali had all his teeth and he looked good. Leon Spinks had no front teeth. Muhammad Ali was an established fighter. He was already a legend at the time of the fight. Leon Spinks only had 7 professional fights at this point. Well, the powers that be didn't like the fact that Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali. Leon Spinks was not marked. And when you see things like that in boxing or any kind of fighting, when the new champion is not marketable, they will put him up against the person they beat that is marketable as quick as they can. Sure, this may be a conspiracy, whatever. I've seen it too many times. This is a perfect example of it. Muhammad Ali was a pitch man. It was hard to watch an interview with Leon Spinks. So 7 months later, Leon Spinks and Muhammad Ali fought again. That was his very next fight. Normally, when you're the champion, you can get a couple other fights before you have to fight the big next contender, which Muhammad Ali was now. Leon Spinks lost that fight, and Muhammad Ali, like I said, went on to win the heavyweight title for a 3rd time. Leon Spinks went on to have a respectable career, having some stretches where he lost a few and then won a few, and like that. He was hit or miss for a long time. Of course, there was the famous incident when he wandered into a motel without most of his clothes and he'd been robbed. Whoever robbed him also took his gold teeth that he had. It was just a partial thing, but I guess they took that too. Leon Spinks died at a hospital in Henderson, Nevada on February 5th, 2021. He was 67 years old. It was prostate cancer. 1981, the John Bull becomes the oldest operable steam locomotive in the world when the Smithsonian Institute operates it under its own power outside of Washington, D.C. Movies released on September 15th, 2006, The Black Dahlia. This was an okay movie, but it was also a horrible movie. It was a crime thriller directed by Brian De Palma based on the sensational murder of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia. The film focuses on two cops in the 1940s Los Angeles who investigate the death of the Hollywood starlet. This is the thing. It really wasn't about the Black Dahlia. It was about these two cops and their love life and other things like that. It had very little to do with the Black Dahlia. But of course they title it The Black Dahlia. You think it's going to be all about the Black Dahlia? No, it was a little side note to this whole movie, and it kind of sucked. There was a series of movies that came out around the same time that did the same thing. Pearl Harbor was one of them. Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett, Kate Beckinsale, Jennifer Gardner, Alec Baldwin was in there, along with Cuba Gooding Jr. That movie was about Pearl Harbor, but it wasn't about Pearl Harbor. It was about the life of Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett. And the Pearl Harbor part was like the backdrop of the movie. Early 2000s, that was like this trend. There was a few movies like that. Black Dahlia is a perfect example of it. If you want to see a good crime movie, or a decent crime movie, I guess I could call it, watch The Black Dahlia. Are you expecting to learn anything new about The Black Dahlia, or to really understand the story of The Black Dahlia? No, that's not what it's there for. That just happens to be the title, in my opinion. Born on September 15th, 1984, Prince Harry, younger son to England's Prince Charles, now King Charles, and Princess Diana, who is the sixth in line to become the monarch of the Commonwealth realms. Actually, now he would be the fifth in line. He married American actress Meghan Markle in May of 2019, and they welcomed a baby boy named Archie. Markle gave birth to their second child, a daughter named Lilibet, on June 4th, 2021. Died on September 15th, 1902, Horace Gray. He served as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court from 1881 to 1902. He studied law at Harvard, however, didn't receive his degree. He was the first justice of the court to hire a clerk. He was nominated to the Supreme Court by President Chester A. Arthur. Whenever that comes up, Chester A. Arthur, I want to call it Chester B. Arthur because of the actress B. Arthur. And right now, I just said it 4 times and tried to correct myself each time. You're only hearing the edited version. Gray served on the Supreme Court for over 20 years until his death on September 15, 1902. He was succeeded by a fellow Massachusetts native, Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. You know, I looked it up. I couldn't find out how he died. Normally, I like to add that to this section. No one knows. Well, I'm sure someone knows, but I don't. I couldn't find it. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Everybody go out, have a great day, be nice to each other.